Chosen one, stop scrolling. Something ancient is moving toward you right now. Something God has hidden, protected, and saved for this exact moment. Tonight your elevation begins, the call in the silence. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That strange pull, that quiet voice inside you saying, something is about to change. You don't know how you know, but your spirit has been whispering it for days. Chosen one, that is not imagination, that is instruction. God is positioning you for an elevation you didn't ask for, but were born for. Your loneliness wasn't an accident. Your isolation wasn't a punishment. It was preparation. When God chooses someone, He first separates them, not to break them, but to build them without noise. And now the silence is ending. The weight of being different. You always knew you were not like the people around you. Even as a child, your mind worked differently. Your spirit felt deeper. You sensed things before they happened. You picked up energies nobody else noticed. You carried responsibilities you never asked for. People misunderstood you. Some feared you. Some envied you. Some tried to dim your light because they could see what you couldn't. They saw your calling before you recognized it. And instead of supporting you, they tried to silence it. But God doesn't choose the comfortable ones. He chooses the rejected ones. The watchers. The feelers. The ones who carry wounds that turned into wisdom. And that is you. The spiritual mark on your life. Chosen ones walk with a mark. You may not see it, but the spiritual world does. That's why storms followed you. Why betrayal didn't break you. Why attacks came out of nowhere. Because elevation requires endurance. And God was training your spirit long before He revealed your path. There are signs you've been ignoring. You can't tolerate fake energy anymore. Your soul pulls away from people you used to tolerate. You feel drained around chaos and alive around peace. Your intuition has sharpened. Your dreams feel prophetic. Your emotions rise without explanation. These are not random experiences. These are the symptoms of awakening. The symptoms of someone God is preparing for something greater, the battle against your light. Remember this. The world does not attack what is empty. It attacks what is powerful. You were never disliked because of who you are. You were disliked because of what you carry. When a chosen one begins to rise, society tries to suppress them. Not intentionally, not consciously, but spiritually. Your elevation threatens the systems built on fear. Your voice disrupts the patterns built on silence. Your spirit awakens people who have been asleep for years. That's why some people tried to discredit you. Why some tried to mock your sensitivity. Why some pretended you were too much. And yet, you're still standing. Stronger. Wiser. Unshaken. Your survival was the sign. Your endurance was the proof. Your glow is the announcement. You are stepping into your divine season. The shift starts today. Chosen one, today is not just another day. You woke up in a timeline where God said, "Now elevate them now." You're stepping out of the cycle of delay. You're stepping out of the season of confusion. You're stepping into alignment, clarity, and purpose. God is lifting you to a height where no enemy can reach you. And no doubt can pull you back. Your mind is upgrading. Your spirit is awakening. Your purpose is unlocking. Your elevation begins the moment you believe it. God is not waiting for perfect conditions. He is waiting for your yes. And once you give that yes, doors will open you didn't even knock on. The anointing on your next chapter. Your next season will look nothing like your last. The people who overlooked you will watch you rise. The rooms that rejected you will call you back. The opportunities that passed you will return with more value. Because God is about to highlight you. Not because you want attention, but because you are the vessel He trusts. The world needs what you carry. Your story, your voice, your perspective, your awakening. This is not elevation for fame. It's elevation for purpose, for impact, for divine assignment. You are not rising by accident. You are rising because heaven decided it. The shadow before the breakthrough. Every chosen one experiences a moment where the darkness feels heavier than usual. Not because you are failing, but because your spirit is outgrowing everything that once held you. This pressure you've been feeling is not punishment. It's spiritual expansion. Your soul is stretching into a new dimension. And everything small, fake, and low vibrational is falling off you. People you once trusted are drifting away. Habits you once entertained now feel wrong. Rooms you once fit in now feel suffocating. This is the shadow before the breakthrough. The moment where God removes what cannot go with you, so He can release what must come to you. Do not fear this separation. It is divine surgery, cutting away what was blocking your elevation. The hidden preparation you never saw. Chosen one, you didn't just wake up spiritually powerful. You were shaped, molded, forged through situations that looked like heartbreak, but were actually training. Every betrayal sharpened your discernment. Every setback increased your resilience. Every lonely night strengthened your connection to God. These experiences didn't break you. They built the capacity required for the calling on your life. God doesn't elevate the unprepared. He elevates the disciplined, the surrendered, the ones who learn to walk by faith in the dark, before they were trusted to walk in the light. You are here now because you passed tests. You didn't even know were tests. The world feels you awakening. Your energy is shifting. Your vibration is rising. And the world around you feels it. That's why people you haven't spoken to in months suddenly think of you. That's why old connections try to reattach themselves. Not because they missed you, but because your elevation is pulling on their spirit. They sense your breakthrough before you see it. Your glow is returning. Your intuition is speaking louder. Your presence is becoming heavier. Even strangers feel your frequency changing. A chosen one cannot hide when their awakening intensifies. Their light becomes too bright to ignore. Your elevation has already started. Your energy is announcing it before your words do. The realm of delay is closing. Chosen one, you've lived in delay longer than most people know. You prayed for things that didn't come. You fought battles you never asked for. You waited for breakthroughs that seemed impossible. But hear this clearly. The realm that held your blessings is breaking open. The spiritual resistance blocking your path is dissolving. What felt stuck is now shifting. What felt denied is now being delivered. What felt delayed is now being accelerated. God is collapsing timelines for you. He is restoring what you lost and multiplying what you have. The season of almost is ending. The season of finally is starting. The awakening of your true identity. For years, you thought something was wrong with you. You wondered why you couldn't be normal. Why you couldn't settle. Why your spirit kept pushing you toward something bigger. But today you're realizing the truth. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out. You were never meant to follow. You were born to lead spiritually, mentally, energetically. Everything about you is intentional. Your sensitivity, your intuition, your vision, your empathy, your depth. These were never weaknesses. These were the fingerprints of a chosen one. Traits given to you because your mission requires them. The more you embrace your identity, the more unstoppable your elevation becomes. The shift in your spiritual vision. Chosen one, your eyes are opening in a way they never have before. Things you used to overlook now speak to you. Signs that once felt random now carry meaning. Your dreams feel guided. Your thoughts feel intentional. Your spirit feels alert. This is not imagination. This is spiritual clarity. God is sharpening your inner sight, so you can recognize the doors He is opening and the traps He is closing. You're seeing truth with a purity that scares some people, because your awakening exposes everything hidden around you. Your vision is elevating because your purpose is elevating. And once your eyes open, they never close again. The rise of your inner power. There is a strength in you that you don't fully understand yet. You think you survived life because you're strong. But the truth is deeper. You survived because you are chosen. Your strength is not human. It's divine. God wired you to withstand storms that would have destroyed anyone else. You're not fragile. You're forged. You're not lost. You're transitioning. You're not breaking down. You're breaking through. Every moment you felt weak was actually a moment God was recharging your spirit. And now, your inner power is rising in a way you cannot hide. People who underestimated you will soon wonder where this new version of you came from. The unseen protection around you. Chosen one, there were battles you never saw. Attacks that never reached you. Enemies that never found you. Situations that never touched you. Because God placed protection around you long before you understood why you needed it. Some friendships ended suddenly because God heard conversations you didn't. Some opportunities fell apart because God knew they were traps. Some connections disappeared because they were meant to drain you, not grow you. You weren't being rejected. You were being redirected. Every loss was preservation. Every delay was protection. Every silence was divine shielding. Your elevation required enemies to be exposed. And God handled that before you even noticed. The season of spiritual alignment. You've spent years in environments that did not match your spirit. Places that felt too small. People that felt too limited. Energies that felt too heavy. But now you're aligning. Your spirit is syncing with your destiny. Your mind is syncing with your purpose. Your actions are syncing with your calling. And once alignment begins, nothing can stop it. No person can block it. No doubt can delay it. No energy can lower it. This is why you've been feeling restless. Not because you're behind, but because you're on time. Your soul knows change is here, and it refuses to let you settle. Elevation demands alignment, and you're stepping into it piece by piece. The rumble in the spiritual realm. Chosen one. The atmosphere around your life is changing. You may have noticed it. Sudden moments of peace. Sudden waves of intuition. Sudden clarity about people and situations. Sudden breakthroughs after long delays. This is the spiritual realm rearranging itself to make room for your elevation. Heaven is reorganizing your path. Angels are clearing your obstacles. Your future is pulling you forward, even when you feel tired, overwhelmed, or uncertain. There is movement around your name, movement around your purpose, movement around your destiny. Your spirit can feel the shift, even if your mind can't understand it yet. Elevation always announces itself in whispers, before it arrives with thunder. The rise after every fall. Chosen one, think about every moment you thought your story was over. Every time life pushed you to the edge. Every night you cried quietly, wondering why your journey felt so heavy. And yet you rose. Again and again. Do you realize how rare that is? Most people break once and stay broken. But you shattered and still found a way to rebuild. You lost pieces of yourself and still chose to love, to trust, to hope. Your elevation is not a reward. It is a recognition. Heaven saw your resilience. When the world ignored your pain, God saw your heart. When people saw only your mistakes. And now, every fall is being turned into fuel. Every wound is becoming wisdom. Every setback is becoming testimony. You're rising, not because you're lucky, but because you're chosen. The energy shift people can feel. Lately, people look at you differently. Some stare without understanding why. Some feel intimidated by your quiet presence. Some feel drawn to you and don't even know what they're feeling. It's because your energy has changed. Your frequency has risen. Your spirit is no longer operating at the level it used to. When you elevate spiritually, your vibration becomes noticeable. People can feel it before they can explain it. Some will be inspired. Some will be uncomfortable. Some will disappear. This shift is natural. Your elevation creates spiritual contrast. Your light exposes what is dim. Your truth exposes what is fake. Your awakening exposes what is asleep. Let them react however they react. Your energy is transforming because your calling is activating. The reason you never fit in. You spent so much of your life wondering why you didn't belong anywhere. Why you felt like an outsider. Even in your own family, your own friend groups, your own relationships. Chosen one, you weren't meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out. Not for attention, but for assignment. God hid you in plain sight. He kept you different on purpose. He made your spirit incompatible with mediocrity. That discomfort you felt around certain people. That wasn't anxiety. That was divine misalignment. Your spirit recognized what your mind couldn't yet see. You sensed dishonesty before it was exposed. You felt danger before it arrived. You noticed energy shifts before anyone spoke a word. You were operating on a higher spiritual frequency, long before you understood what that meant. Now you're realizing. Your difference was the proof you were chosen, the closing of old doors. Some doors in your life have closed suddenly. Opportunities disappeared. Relationships ended. Plans collapsed. People walked away. At first it felt like loss. But now you're seeing the truth. Those doors weren't closing to hurt you. They were closing to protect you from what your future could not carry. Every closed door is a blessing in disguise. Every exit is divine direction. Every ending is clearing space for the elevation God promised you. The doors that are about to open for you will not require you to shrink, pretend, or hide your light. They will fit your true identity. The awakened, aligned, spiritually rising you. Old doors are closing because your new season requires an upgraded version of you. The strength of your anointing. Chosen one, your anointing carries weight. This is why your presence shifts atmospheres, why your words hit deeper than you realize, why people come to you for advice, even when you're the one fighting silent battles. You carry a spiritual weight that others can sense but cannot explain. This is why you attract both admiration and envy, both love and resistance, both support and sabotage. Your anointing is not supposed to make life easier. It is supposed to make your purpose clearer. And now, that anointing is intensifying, leveling up, becoming louder, because your elevation is not just about you. It's about every soul. Your voice, your story, and your journey will inspire and awaken the quiet transformation within you. Chosen one, you've been changing in ways even you can't fully explain. You speak less, but understand more. You isolate more, but feel more connected to God than ever. You've stopped chasing people and started chasing peace. This transformation is subtle on the outside, but explosive on the inside. Your old habits don't satisfy you. Your old patterns don't fit you. Your old identity feels too small for the spirit you're becoming. This inner shift is spiritual evolution. It's God rewiring your character, reshaping your thoughts, rebuilding your emotional strength, and preparing you for the level you're about to step into. Transformation begins quietly, before it becomes undeniable. The uncomfortable growth pains. Growth doesn't feel beautiful at first. It feels heavy, strained, confusing, like you're outgrowing your own skin. That's what you've been experiencing lately. The spiritual growing pains of elevation. Your soul is expanding beyond the limits you once accepted. Your spirit is rejecting cycles you once tolerated. Your mind is outgrowing narratives that once controlled you. The discomfort you feel is the confirmation you've been praying for. It means the old version of you is dying, and the elevated version of you is emerging. Every chosen one must be stretched before they are strengthened, and the stretch always comes right before the rise. The shift in your spiritual authority, whether you know it or not. Your voice is gaining power. Your intuition is gaining accuracy. Your presence is gaining authority. This is why people listen to you, even when you didn't plan to speak. This is why people watch you, even when you're not trying to be seen. Authority doesn't come from fame. It comes from alignment. And you, chosen one, are stepping into a level of spiritual authority that demands attention. Your words will carry weight. Your silence will carry power. Your decisions will shift atmospheres. This is the rise of your spiritual influence. Not for ego, but for purpose. The divine restoration of your heart. You've been strong for so long that people forgot you needed healing too. You held space for others while silently carrying your own pain. You forgave people who never apologized. You loved people who didn't deserve access to your spirit. But God saw every wound, every tear, every sacrifice, every moment you stayed loving, even when you felt empty. Now, your heart is being restored, piece by piece, layer by layer, not by people, but by God Himself. This restoration is the foundation of your elevation. A healed heart carries a stronger calling, the spiritual signal you're sending out. Your elevation is sending out a frequency that is echoing through the spiritual realm. It's drawing in the right people and pushing out the wrong ones. It's attracting opportunities aligned with your purpose and repelling distractions meant to delay you. Your spirit is broadcasting a message. I am awakening, I am rising, I am ready. And everything meant for your destiny is beginning to move toward you. Effortlessly, naturally, magnetically. This is why new connections are showing up. Why unexpected blessings are appearing. Why doors are opening without force. Your elevation is speaking. And the universe is responding. The breaking of old limitations. Chosen one, you're done living small. Something inside you refuses to shrink anymore. You're outgrowing self-doubt. Outgrowing fear. Outgrowing the need for approval. Outgrowing every limitation that once controlled you. Your mind is breaking free from old conditioning. Your spirit is breaking free from generational cycles. Your energy is breaking free from environments that were never meant to contain you. You're not changing. You're awakening. You're not confused. You're transitioning. You're not lost. You're being redirected to higher ground. This freedom you feel is the first taste of your next level. The alignment of your purpose and pain. Chosen one, the pain you've carried wasn't random. It wasn't meaningless. It wasn't just a chapter you were supposed to get over. Your pain was a compass, a divine signal, a spiritual teacher. Every heartbreak taught you depth. Every betrayal taught you discernment. Every disappointment taught you detachment. Every attack taught you protection. Your purpose and your pain were never separate. They were always connected. God used your wounds to shape the warrior within you. And now that warrior is waking up. The very moments that almost destroyed you are now the fuel behind your elevation. Nothing you went through was wasted. Not a single tear. Not a single lesson. Not a single loss. Your pain prepared you for a purpose bigger than your imagination. The quiet confidence rising in you. You've noticed it lately. That quiet confidence building inside you. Not loud. Not boastful. Not arrogant. Just a calm knowing. A peaceful certainty. A feeling that says, I've survived too much to ever doubt myself again. This confidence is spiritual. It's coming from your alignment with your calling. It's coming from the clarity you're gaining. It's coming from the battles you've already won. In silence, this confidence is not about ego. It's about identity. You're remembering who you are. You're remembering what you're capable of. You're remembering that you are chosen, guided, protected, anointed. And this time, your confidence comes from experience, not approval. The unlocking of your spiritual gifts. Your gifts are activating. The ones you ignored. The ones you doubted. The ones you thought were just thoughts or just feelings. You're becoming more intuitive, more aware of energy, more spiritually sensitive, more guided in your decisions. Your empathy is intensifying. Your discernment is sharpening. Your inner voice is becoming clearer. Your dreams feel prophetic. Your timing feels perfect. These gifts were always inside you. They were just dormant. But your elevation is unlocking them. One by one. Soon, the things that once confused you will become the tools that elevate you. Your gifts are your superpower. Your awakening is the key that activates them. The distant future pulling you forward. Lately, you've been feeling like something is calling you. You don't know what it is, but you can feel it. A pull, a tug, a silent push from within. That sensation is your future self awakening. Your destiny pulling you toward alignment. Your higher calling reaching back for you. This is why the past feels uncomfortable. This is why old habits feel draining. This is why familiar spaces feel foreign. You're being pulled forward by the version of you that already exists. The elevated you, the healed you, the powerful you, the aligned you. When destiny calls, the spirit feels it before the mind understands it. The spiritual isolation that marked you. Chosen one, you've spent seasons alone. Not because you were unwanted, but because you were being prepared. Isolation is the birthplace of elevation. God hides his strongest warriors before he reveals them. In isolation, you learned discipline. You learned patience. You learned emotional strength. You learned how to hear God's voice without noise around you. That lonely season was not a punishment. It was a spiritual cocoon, a place where God removed distractions so he could build your destiny without interruption. Now that you're emerging, you're realizing the isolation shaped you into someone unstoppable, the end of spiritual tiredness. You've carried spiritual exhaustion for years. You've carried battles that drained your soul. You've carried responsibilities that weren't yours. You've carried emotional weight that left you numb on the inside. But that season is ending. Your spirit is regaining strength. Your energy is returning. Your mind is clearing. Your heart is healing. The tiredness was not your identity. It was your transition. A final test before your elevation begins. Now your strength is renewing itself, like fire coming back to life. Chosen one, if your spirit felt this message, your elevation has already begun. Like this video right now, so another chosen one can find the truth they've been searching for. Comment below, I claim MY elevation, and tell me, what spiritual shift are you feeling in your life right now? And don't forget to subscribe to Chosen Wave, where the awakened rise, the called remember their purpose, and the chosen step into their power.